Oh, 6 seconds late. Are you kidding me? It was 10 o'clock on the dot. I had to rearrange some window sizes. Change my setup every time I do Alliance War. Put OBS window in a different spot just so it's not a distraction. And son of a bee Manny, that's what caused me to be late. Alright, still pretty good though. Only 10:01. What's up, people? Let's get a tweet out nice and quick. If only I knew what to say. What do we say today? Yeah, I don't know what to say. I never know what to say anymore, man. Hold on. Must clean glasses too. That did not work at all. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go on a rant about glasses for my tweet. A mini rant. A baby rant, if you will. It's gonna be more of just a gripe. Alright. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Actually, well, no. Screw the rant. Let's just say this. Hold on. Oh, no, let's not go with that. I was gonna say something real dumb. Maybe I'll just ask them politely. Can you please clean my glasses for me? They get all smudgy like, and I don't like it one bit. As I am now live. Okay. You please clean my glasses. They get all smudgy, but I like it. Tweet. I'm like a 3-year-old. Please, Mom, clean my glasses, Mom, please. Alright, anyway, what's up, people? Who do we got in here? Pajama Pants, first one here, followed by Commander Fox. Ooh, let me get cutoffs going, too. We got Luke F, Ian Pinch, on time. Who are you? What you do to BG? I was 1 minute late. I was almost on time. Adam Jenks, Scallop Phoenix, Ghost 99, Straight Slayer, Jaden, Bung Smuggler, David Christopher, Yuki, Brian. What's up, dude? We got Star in here. Haircut or reapplication of turtle wax? No, it's just a reapplication of turtle wax. You got to. I mean, you have to every day. It's a process, but you know, it's worth it. Is that a Hobbit Crom doing a Hobbit raid? What's up, dude? What up? I got Mr. Roboto in here too. What's up, everybody? All right, let's get to game playing, nice and quick, because I really didn't get much done today, and I gotta get this 3-star. Back in a bit. Gots to drive homes. Okay, you're driving homes? Wow, that's a crazy thing. Gots to drive homes. Like on one of those big flatbed trucks, I suppose. Interesting. Alright, but yeah, let me hit AQ real quick. Only got 1 energy to spend. And we'll sit back on this for a bit. And then I need to get a 3-star Diablo so we can do some testing. It is a pretty sad arena round. Looking at what I've achieved this round doesn't make me too happy. But we'll see that in a sec. Naked's bodyguard sending over $2 saying Beaver! Seeing Dave's Dark Hawk song. Dorky Diggy Dave's Dark Hawk song. Oh man. Dark Hawk! I don't even know. Oh man. I don't even remember exactly how it goes. Like, I watched that video and everything, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. But like it's bodyguard, I appreciate that. Oh no, can't even slap you because Poos on Poos pretty much the exact same time. Even Poos in the chat it was like his bodyguard first, but on the notification it was Poos on Poos first. Weird the way that works. But Poos on Poos sent it over 2 of them loonies along with I'm sorry. 2 of them toonies along with a loony. 5 Canadian. Thank you very much, dude. Slap. That was a little bit of a delayed slap. Saying, hey BG, I died and went to Valhalla, so sorry that I haven't been around. Anyways, how is this Diablo dude? Is he stinky caca? I haven't played him yet. I had him for the content creator thing, but I didn't get a chance to play him. So I hear he's not good, which is why I have my cutoff prediction for him so low. But yeah, I hear he's not too good. I hear he's not too good. We'll try it tomorrow. We shall try it tomorrow, or you know, we'll test him out tomorrow. Is what I mean. Nivea sent over $5 too, saying, "Been busy with school, homie. Start of a new semester, taking 20 credit hours. Ooh, that's a lot, dude. Hope all continues to go well, dude. Good luck, man. 20 credits. I believe in you. I know you can handle it, but that's gonna be a hefty workload for you. But dude, Nivea, thank you very much for the $5 as well. Man." The support is real tonight. Lakers bodyguard, Poos and Poos, Nivea, all sending over some super chats. Thank you guys. It's okay. I've been slapped before. Sharing is caring. All right, good. Glad you understand. Is 5-star Venom the Duck worth a Cosmic Awakening gem? I don't know how important his awakening ability is. I know you can play him without awakening him, but I don't know if like if the awaken ability makes him a lot better or just a little bit better. I don't know. So I can't really help you on that one. Sorry. He's a great champion. I know that much, but I just don't have an answer for you about whether he's worth awakening or not. Okay. Let's. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I don't think I bought potions today. Oh, you know what? I think I gotta claim potions out of my overflow though. I didn't do that after my war. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that, and let's go buy some potions. Okay. Now we can hit the arena. Can you tell me what's your 5-star Iron Man Infinity War rank is? My 5-star, his rank 2. I got a rank 2 Infinity dude. Man, look at this. Zeros in all of the arenas that actually matter. Sad days, man. But we gotta get this 3-star guy, so it's gonna continue to stay at 0. Well, let's do it. Hey BG, do you follow the NFL? I do not follow the NFL. No. Not into it. I always liked playing football, but I was never big on just watching sports. ABG, will you be saving 5-star Blade even though you duped him a while ago? Yeah, my Luke Cage that I awakened. No, I'm not gonna be going for Blade. I want Blade. I would love to get Blade, but no, I'm not gonna be going for him. I'm just gonna be popping basics. All about that basic life. Still waiting for After Dark Hawk gets added though. He's still the champion I want. I mean, I don't know if I would say I want him more than any other champion, but he's certainly up there on my list. Very, very high in the list, and definitely a champion that I want to save for. It's between like him and Sentinel and, you know, a few others that I really, really want. Any tips on 100% Act 5, Chapter 3? The only real tip I can give is try out some champions that you wouldn't otherwise normally play. Like, when I got to the skill chapter, or the skill quest in 5.3, you know, I had like a 455 Gwen pool, and I'm thinking, oh, I'll just use my 455 Gwen pool. She's the only champion that I had that high rank at the time. And then I'll just use synergy teams. And I'll just purely play Gwen pool. Well, that was a mistake. I learned real quick, or not real quick, it actually took me some time to learn that it is worth using other skill champions as well, even ones that wouldn't normally play. So I busted out a Winter Soldier that was actually doing some decent work for me. Hawkeye, you know, a bunch of other champions that I don't normally use. So try that out. Don't just stick to the exact same champions you use when it comes to the different class types, at least. You might be surprised that, you know, some of those other champions can actually put in some good work for you. Hello BG, what type of bear is best? I would probably say well, I'm thinking animal crackers. There's bears and animal crackers, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would say those. Basically animal crackers, but the bear only type. Yeah. Gotta be hardcore like that. BG, should I rank up my 5-star Psylocke to rank 4 or wait for a better mutant champion? Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Psylocke. It's kind of up to you. She's not terrible. Her prestige isn't terrible either. It's not great, but it's not terrible. If you like her, then I'd say go for it. But personally, I would wait. I'm just not a huge fan of her. Yuki sent over 5 of them Polish dollars. Dude, Yuki, thank you very much. Where is your last one? Here we go. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Let me make sure I win this fight. Brian, who would you use against a Darkhawk on Node 28? It's debuff, immune, and dismay. Tier 2 in Alliance War. I think we've seen Darkhawk on that node before. I'm trying to think who people in my alliance used. Who normally takes that path for us? I think we have a guy that uses, he has like a 565 fully maxed out Sig 200 Cap Infinity, and I think he runs that path. I'm not entirely sure. Man, who would I use in that situation? Maybe I would use Stark Spidey, like thinking about my own roster. You know, maybe I'd use Stark Spidey, just build up poise charges, don't really worry about special attacks, and just try to put in a lot of damage, I guess. That's all I can really think of, is just high damage dealing champions. So, you know, champions like Ghost probably as well. I haven't done that fight, so maybe some other people can chime in if they've seen that fight too, because I'm actually not too sure. Polar bear is the saddest of the bears, unless they have a Coke in their hand. Damn Coca-Cola company making use of the polar bears to sell their products. ABG, is it okay to use arena boosts? Yeah, it's okay to use arena boosts. I would save your biggest boosts, like you know, if you get some really high level boosts for a time where, you know, you want to go for like a certain champion or something like that. And if you're wondering why I don't always use boosts, is because I do like to save them for when I'm going for champions. I could be using some 3-star boosts right now in this arena, but I'm probably gonna have to play just a little bit after the stream tonight, and it's easier to do the boosting after the stream. I'll probably have to put in maybe 10-15 rounds after the stream just to make sure I can get this champ. Something like that, so I'll boost them. ABG beat Act 5 100% yesterday. Advice on second. Rank 5 5-star Venom or Ghost Rider, both duped. It's hard to say. They're both good champions. I'd say Ghost Rider is the more proven of the champions, and he also has higher prestige, so leaning towards Ghost Rider. I don't know who your first rank 5 is though. Or who would help you out in Alliance War the most, or if you're not concerned about Alliance War, what path you take in Alliance Quest and all that. So, yeah, they're both good champs. I don't think you can necessarily go wrong with either one. Without any other info, I gotta say Ghost Rider, just because he's more proven, but it's not necessarily the right answer. Venom could be the right answer too. Yuki, thank you again, too. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if anyone gave any answers. Please don't kill me, Killmonger. No. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Super Dirty Pickle? BG is where is our Act 6 announcement? It's almost February. It's gotta be coming soon. I can't wait any longer. Probably will. Who knows? I mean, today's Saturday though, so we definitely weren't gonna get an announcement today. Our guy will boost up. Crazy and use Corvus. Oh, that's right, Corvus. Yeah, he slipped my mind just because I don't use him. But Corvus sounds like a good answer if you have. Oh, excuse me. If you have some missions with. All right, hold on. Why am I getting my ass kicked so hard? Get out of my face with your magnificent beard. I think you're so attractive that you could just put it in anyone's face. Well, it doesn't work like that, beardo. Can I just kill him? Alright, good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Corvus sounds good. I think like knocking him down. Well, no, it's unblockable though. So if you have a power boost, you could use a special 2 and then immediately special 2 right after. It doesn't matter that he's going to be blocking it, right? So I guess that'd be fine too. Hi, handsome. What's up, Champion Nova? You play without us? Occasionally. Sometimes I got to. What's up, Slugberg? I like calling you Slugberg, by the way. I don't know. It's I might slip up on Reddit and call you Slugberg one day, but I like it. Should I awaken my Emma Frost with Class Gem? Already have Omega awakened. I don't know how important her awaken ability is. It seems like a good awaken ability on paper, but I don't have her as anything other than a 3-star champion. And from what I heard, Idolist, who has an awaken one, I think he was saying the awaken ability is not that big a deal. So I mean, I would do it. Who am I kidding? I would do it. I really like Emma Frost. I want an Emma Frost pretty bad. And I would probably just do it, but same advice I'll give anyone asking about using awakening gems is basically it's not whether or not the champion is worth awakening, it's whether or not using that gem is going to help you to progress any further in this game. So if you're already completing all of the current content and everything like that, if you don't think you're going to have much use for her, don't just feed it to her just because she's good. Feed it to her because it's gonna help you out. But like I said, I would do it just because I think Emma Frost is really cool. Can't talk. He goes into shield mode when you knock him down, so you have to wait it out. Otherwise, you get auto block. Talking about Darkhawk, Singing Fever. Yeah, he does get the auto block, but if it's unblockable from Corvus, then you're good, right? Like if I was gonna fight him with Stark Spidey, I would probably either never use a special or only use the special for the killing blow, or only use the special in a situation where where I do have time to kind of wait it out. Like if I was backed up against the wall, I feel like that'd probably be a bad spot, especially on debuff immune where you can't just like parry and heavy attack or something like that to get your damage in. His heavy attack, Darkhawk's heavy attack, is actually kind of annoying to deal with. It looks awesome, but like up against the wall, I haven't quite figured out the exact timings and how to evade it. So if I'm up against the wall, I normally just get hit. That's my way of dealing with it, is just getting hit. I think rank 5ing Green Hulk was a good idea. Regular Hulk, OG Hulk, the Green Hulk, he's not so useful anymore in my opinion. I mean, he's still a decent champion. I have him at rank 5 as a 4-star myself from back in the day a little bit, but yeah, of the Hulks, he's probably the worst one. So yeah, take it for what you will. I never like to say that people made mistakes in their rank up decisions, but it's not something I would have done. BG, give me some motivational speech for Arena. I seriously need it. Alright, motivational speech for Arena. Do you want to end up with catalysts and no gold to rank up your champions? When the next level up event comes around, are you going to have what it takes? Wait, what the heck? Chicken Tender. Who's Chicken Tender? What's up, my doggy dog? I've gone through yet another name change. That has to be Rockboy. But do you want to go through another level up event without getting those 25 units? Huh? Do you, maggot? You know, I don't know why I'm going into a weak-ass drill sergeant form here. Like if that's actually how I was as a drill sergeant, people would just laugh at me. Probably tell me to shut up and then walk out of boot camp. That's about all I got though, man. Arena's good. Arena's good. It's some of the best rewards in the game come from Arena. Not just gold, of course. All the units, all the shards, all the ISO. Basically anything that you need in this game comes from the Arena. You could even use it to get, you know, the premium hero crystals that you get. You can use to convert those into attack boosts by only opening them up during the 7-hour combat solo events. You get everything from Arena. That said, hey, there's times where even the most hardcore grinders skip out on arenas, so it's not a big deal if you don't play this round. And yes, was driving homes, doesn't everyone, Brian? I mean, yes. How did it go? Did man, that was always the weirdest thing to me. The weirdest concept to me was you know, somebody just picking up their house, putting it on a truck and driving home. And I'm not talking about like a you know, like an RV or something like that. I'm talking about those people that actually go down the highway with an entire house on the freaking truck. I don't think I've ever even seen it in person, but you know, just in videos or something, you know. Eddie Gonzalez sent it over $2 saying, "Read last, you sexy beast." Done. Eddie, where you at? Here we go. About 18 hours, and monthly calendar gives us another Tier 2 Alpha. Dude, I forgot all about that. Another Tier 2 Alpha, and Starkey goes to rank 5. I know I said this yesterday, but that's awesome to me. And also positive vibes. Eddie, positive vibes right back at you, dude. Early congrats on your rank 5 Stark Spidey. Thank you very much for the $2, dude. Man, I totally forgot about the Tier 2 Alpha at the end of the month here. It feels like time is going by so quickly that it feels like we're out of January already, man. We're not quite there yet, but almost. But Eddie, thank you very much once again, dude. Brian, do any given Sunday speech like Pacino did, only better? Yeah, I don't know if I have that in me. Honestly, like here's my speeches when it comes to trying to motivate people to do something. Hey, it's your life, you know, do what you want to do. Eat broccoli. That's about it. That's all I got, man. You want a fur on D, but her safeguard ability is not that important. Could come in handy for certain situations, but all of her real power is already there, unawakened. Yeah, that's what I hear, Super Dirty Pickle. I mean, originally when I read her her awaken ability, you know, I see Emma Frost as like a Node 12 Slayer when the enemy has evasion, because I don't even see it as much as I used to. Like, I just fought Emma Frost actually on Node 12 this past war, which I've done a few times now. Yeah, I used to see all evading champions on the node. I used to see OG Spidey, Nightcrawler, whoever else, just pure evade champions all the way. And I was thinking Emma Frost would be so good because her telepath form makes it so that enemies can't evade. And then I was thinking her awaken ability is a nice safeguard because it's unblockable L1. So if you mess up against Spidey's L1, because it's kind of hard to evade, you'd be fine. But I don't know how the damage exactly works. I think you take the damage before you go into your safeguard or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I only have her as a 3-star, so pretty inexperienced when it comes to Emma Frost. Word equals bailiwick? Is that what that is? Is that how you say that? Bailiwick? Okay. Bailiwick is so you know, like a candles, like candles have that, you know. Actually, no. I mean, never mind. That's gonna be a real stretch. Who am I kidding? It's always a real stretch. It's gonna say something about some explosives or something. Bailiwick. Star, one of these days I'm gonna get one of these words like dead on. I don't know what day that's gonna be, but one of these days it's gonna happen. Alright, let me think about that for a little bit here. I'm really motivated now, BG. Thank you, my hero. No problem, dude. Brian's a dirty liar. Can't get 2 stars, 6 stones from Arena. You kind of can. If there is Arena solo events on, you can play Arena and get the lesser or the lesser solo crystal. That's what they're called, I think, right? Lesser and greater solo crystals. So yeah, you can kind of get those too. Hey BG, I need to pay attention to your Labyrinth guide. It turned out that I would have used about 350 Realm of Legends farm potions, but I only had 120 in stock. So a few credits on heals for Path 1 run. Well, hey, it sounds like you made it through it, so congrats. That's the most important thing, is just make it through it. Can't get loyalty? That is true. You can't really get loyalty from Arena. That's the one resource that is just... you're kind of screwed on. You only get so much. You could do some trading, and if you have the conversion badge, you could donate with units just to pile it up, but that's about it. Do you think 2.5 million is safe for Electro? Yes, absolutely. 2.5 is very safe. Congrats on your Electro if you made it that high. Hit up a different arena if you want to keep playing. BG, no worries, you're still a role model for the kids. Thanks, Yuki. Hey Brian, based on your experience, what piece of advice would you give your old self before starting to play MCOC? Old advice before starting to play MCOC. I know the old joke is to just not play, but actual advice. I would say the best piece of advice I can give to somebody who's new is to just ask people questions. Like go into a stream. Doesn't matter who's streaming, really. If you're new, everyone's gonna have more experience than you, and you know, people are gonna be able to help you out. And find somebody that is or just find people that will answer questions for you. And I recommend trying to find people that don't just complain. Like if you ask them a question about the game and they're like, oh, how do you get this? And then their answer is like, oh, you just gotta pay Kabam a bunch of money because they're all greedy, money-sucking company or something like that. You know, like it's fine when people have that opinion, but if you're asking somebody for help and that's their answer, like, because I hear that sometimes and I'm just like, oh God, man, like, can you just help the person? Like, or do you really not know how to get some of the stuff yourself? Because that's not helping, you know. So yeah, ask all kinds of people for help, and when you find people that don't just complain, they will be able to give you the most help, and then that's kind of, you know, like, oh, no matter what, always ask everybody for their opinions, because there's too much about this game for any one person to know. But I would say, I don't know if trust is the right word, but maybe turn to the person not complaining more frequently when it comes to questions like that. Yeah, that's really the best advice I can give. It's just streams, Discord servers, Reddit, wherever you can go to get some questions answered, and then just be cool about your questions. You know, let people know, hey, I'm new around here. Just curious how it seems like some people have an easy time in the arena and I don't. And then, hey, they'll tell you all about the infinite streak, and then you start kicking ass in this game. What's the quickest way to get gold without arena? Without arena, I mean, there's not really many ways, you know. All you can really do is spend your energy that you get naturally, and that's about it, you know. I mean, you could buy some energy refills for units, but it's not exactly the best way. Every once in a while, Kabam has, Kabam has special events that go on where they have gold realms that you can get a lot of gold from, but those only come around a couple of times a year. I recommend trying to save certain materials for, or certain crystals, I should say, for when a gold boost is active, because we do get gold boosts from time to time as well. So you can save all of your battle chips and all of your gold crystals for that, unless you really need the gold right now. Hoarding crystals actually can give you some gold, believe it or not, the same way that you can use your crystals to get an attack boost from popping open a bunch of crystals during a 7-hour combat solo event. There's also gold crystals in those events, and just gold from some of the milestones in general. So yeah, that can give you some good resources. Oh, actually, dungeons are on right now. They give some gold too. So there's a few options, but none of them really compare to arena. And I mean, selling ISO too, and just selling any overflow items, but yeah, all these things are kind of hard to farm without arena, to be honest. So yeah, I need ISO, but I keep popping new champs. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, right? Then there'll be those times where all you want is a new champ, but all you're getting is dupes. There's gonna be another Gwenpool event. You mean like the Gwenpool at the movies thing? I think that was just a special one-time thing. Maybe at some point. I mean, Kabam, they always try to hit us with some new event. So, and some of the events are more tailored towards the experienced players. Some of them newer players, or you know. I mean, not that the Gwenpool Goes to the Movie thing was new player only. It was for everybody, right? But just meaning like there's not a high entry to participate. Die for the first time this season to a stupid champ. Oh, he natched the perfect season. Made it pretty far though, man. Dying only once. What war are we in right now? Like number, is it 7, 8? I don't even know what war we're in. That's pretty good. What the fudge in the middle of a Twix bar is up, right guy? What up, J Divine? How's it going, man? How does extending the enrage timer in Labyrinth of Legends work? It's based off of your champion's base attack plus the attack that they gain from synergies. And that's it. Your masteries do not work in terms of extending the enrage timer. Boosting doesn't work. It's just a base attack plus synergies. There's a few different cutoffs. The most important cutoff is above 2,000 attack. That's the one, you know, you really don't want to be inside of Labyrinth if you can't get plus 2,000 attack, unless it's just for like one fight, a utility champion, like using a 4-star Void against X23, like something like that's fine. But for the standard fights, yeah, you want the base attack plus the attack from synergy to boost you over 2,000. And certain synergies don't work. It's only the ones that give a plus percentage to attack. But for example, like Medusa, the Royal Family synergy, where she gains 25% attack at the start of the fight, that doesn't work. But yeah, if you take a champion like Blade, who has, oh, I can't remember his base attack. I think it's something like 1911 or something like that, 1920, somewhere in that neighborhood. And if you just give him like a 6% attack boost from synergy, that'll take him above 2K, and then you have the extended range timer. And as far as we know, that's the biggest enraged timer that there is. Maybe there's an even longer timer once you get to like 3,000 attack. But honestly, if your champion has 3,000 attack, I don't think the enrage timer is going to be a concern. You're going to plow through those fights pretty quickly. What do you think about Iron Man Infinity War? I think he's a great defender. I think he's got some good utility when it comes to attacking. I'm not a huge fan of playing him myself, just because fights do take a pretty long time, and there's not really many situations where I would need his utility. So, yeah, I typically think of him as a defender, but you know, a guy in my battle group used Infinity Man to do a lot of the variant difficulty, and I recently saw a video from one of the guys over in 3 Loki that shared a pretty cool fight using Infinity Man, so it's got some offensive potential as well. BG, gold is stressing me out. I want to get to a healthy amount of gold for when I get a good 5-star, but at the same time, ranking up all 2, 3, and 4 stars really alleviates the arena grind. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, right? You want to rank them all up, but you have to pick and choose unless you have unlimited gold, right? I mean, I would say continue to rank up your low-level champions, but only if you're going to use them in the arena to help the grind, you know? Like, if you're going to use them to help get more gold, then I think it's worth it. Even if it delays a little bit of, you know, even if let's say you got a new 5-star and maybe you had to wait a few days to get some gold or something like that, I still think it's worth it. That said, I would still try to focus on leveling up champions only during level up events. This way you get some of those resources back, you get some of the gold crystals, you get some of the other rewards from it, and overall it actually reduces the cost quite a bit. Okay, take 3. BG, I know rank 5 Hulk, but I'd rather rank him than Spider-Gwen, and I'll have enough items to rank Corvus or Hyperion. Speaking of, who should that be? Both great champions. I only have experience with Hyperion. I only have a 3-star. Well, no, actually I got a 4-star Corvus now, I think. Yeah. But still, he's low rank. Both great champions, though. I think it just depends on which you want more. They both have high burst damage. I think the biggest difference between the two is that one is basically bleed immune and the other is basically poison immune. Corvus is probably going to be more useful for more people, more enjoyable of the two champions for more people. So I'll give the nod to Corvus, but you know, if you need a poison immune champion or something like that, then you got to go Hyperion. How good is Electra? She's okay. She's not bad. She's not anything too special. She's a pretty old champion. You know, back in her day, she was actually quite good. But these days, I don't know. She's just okay. She doesn't hit super hard. Her utility is okay-ish. If you have the Resonate Mastery, then for the most part, you can reduce defensive ability accuracy by 85%, but I don't know. It just doesn't mean as much these days, reducing that that ability accuracy, and especially when it's not super consistent, because you can't always, you know, even when you have the Resonate Mastery, you can't always keep a debuff up. So a lot of times, she just doesn't cut it. Like using her against, what was it? I think it was in Act 5, somewhere in Act 5. I think I tried using her on like a spiked armor node or something like that, and the enemies, like, here's the thing about utility champions and not hitting hard. I mean, they have to be balanced around that, right? They have to be balanced around not hitting as hard as the champions that don't have utility. Otherwise, what's the point of having just like pure DPS champions? Although, saying that, champions like Corvus and Ghost and Stark Spidey all have a lot of utility, so I don't know, man. But anyway, here's the thing about low DPS utility champions sometimes. So a situation like spiked armor, you have to hit them so many more times than a high DPS champion, that, you know, yeah, a lot of your hits you're not getting damage reflected back upon yourself, that Thorn style damage, right? But if you have to hit them 3 times as many times as a just a high DPS champion, you're going to be taking a ton of damage anyway. So yeah, I don't know. It certain utilities like that, they're just not worth it in a way. But yeah, she's okay. All that to say that she's okay. ABG, just caught your Tennessee streams. You have never been sexier. Thanks, Mr. Sandman. Yeah, a lot of people said the temporary mic setup that I had was very soothing. Brian, you had time to think about Bailiwick, right? Okay, Star. Yes. Hold on. Okay. Bailiwick is actually a historic event where you know, it happened in the Fourth War. I don't even know what the Fourth War means. The Fourth War, I'm just calling it that because I don't know another name. Happened in the Fourth War back in the early 1500s, and what happened is actually no, let's not go back that far. let's say it happened in the early 1900s or something. And what happened is you know, they wanted to attack at night. They wanted to attack at night to throw off the enemy, right? But they couldn't see. They couldn't see. So what they did is they attached a bunch of parachutes to candles, you know, clusters of candles, and they lit those suckers. They parachuted right into the enemy bases with those candles. It was a dumb idea because they just got mowed right down. The candles, you know, it helped them to see, but it also helped the enemy see them, so it didn't work out. But that's the great Bailiwick incident of 2019. That actually happened this year. I couldn't think of anything, Star. These are getting worse and worse for me. I used to at least be able to come up with something reasonable, maybe. I can't anymore. BG, if you have Dream Team of rank 5, 5-star for Labyrinth each path, who would be those champs for that path? My goal is 100% Labyrinth the next 6 months. I have rank 5 Blade, rank 4 Spark, rank 4 Magic, rank 4 Scent, rank 4 Void, no Aegon. Really, I mean, Blade and Stark Spidey together is one of the best combinations you could have. And then just use Void for X23 and pretty much good to go. As far as a Dream Team goes, I want to see more of Venom the Duck. I want to see Venom the Duck as 565 or rank 2 6-star, and I want to see what his potential is because I really do think that he's one of the best. I don't know a ton about the champion. All I know is he's very sustainable if you build him up right. His DPS is quite high. And man, that would have to be one of the cheapest options, one of the best overall options. I just don't know, you know, if there's certain fights that he can't handle and how else to build the team around him to make it best. If I ever get my hands on a 5-star, or hopefully I just get a 6-star Venom the Duck, I will do some testing in there with him. But for now, that's kind of my answer. It's a bit of the unknown because nobody ever plays that champion. But I really do see such a high potential for him. That yeah, I would have to say is on my dream team. Even higher than someone like Aegon for me personally. But yeah, I mean, Blade and Stark Spidey together, that is one of the best combinations, and if you rank up your Stark Spidey, then you could absolutely do 100% Labyrinth with that team. Slowly, you know, still don't just blow all your resources. Try to build up some resources over time and stuff like that, but yeah. Uncle K sending over $2 saying message to follow. Thank you very much, Uncle K. Saying BG completed 5.4 and opened a SS, which can okay, Stark Spidey. I was thinking it was a name of a crystal for a second there until you said Trinity. Alright, let me read this again. Completed 5.4 and opened a Stark Spidey, which completes my 5-star Trinity. Duped my Sabretooth rank 3 and got Nightcrawler. It's been a good day. Nice, dude. Very nice. That is awesome. That is awesome, man. Is that, are we talking, it sounds like you're saying 100% 5.4, or is that, by completed, meaning like completion of like the first time through? Either way, the fact that you now have, the Trinity that doesn't get, talked about quite as much as it once did, but it's still super, super powerful. That is amazing. Freezing here too. A lot of buffering. I'm getting no dropped frames. It must be on YouTube's end. Sorry, guys. Don't really know what's going on. I think YouTube's been having some issues lately. Again. What else is new? Hold on, I'm getting wrecked. Bailiwick, noun. One's sphere of operations or particular area of interest. You never play Omega Red, he's just not your bailiwick. In law, the district or jurisdiction of a bailey or bailiff. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I feel like I can actually incorporate that word into my my vocabulary. Maybe I will. Where do you think this champion falls on a tier list? Tier lists really just aren't my bailiwick, if you know what I mean. Or maybe we could use it since not many people will know what it means. Be like, tier lists, bailiwick 'em. You know what I mean? Bailiwick it. Like F it, kind of. But yeah, I feel like I can actually use that word. Brian, checked out your 5.4 Legend stream today. Very impressive, man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Realized right away a major mistake during my failed run last month. MM before regular combo with Miles Morales. Oh, the medium? Yeah. Yes. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure, or try not to die here at least. Oh, that did not do much damage. But that power lock is going to help me. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, that probably would help for some of the higher HP enemies, but honestly, most of the enemies drop so quickly when you're all boosted up and everything that probably don't even need to do that many combos, right? I don't know. It's really annoying. The buffering is crazy bad. I'm sorry, guys. It was happening. I was in a stream earlier today, and it was happening in that stream too. So, I think it's just YouTube. I've got 0 dropped frames. OBS is telling me everything's great. Even YouTube is telling me everything is great, but YouTube is a liar. Why is Venom the Duck so good? Just high sustainability and high damage output. He's in a situation like Labyrinth. You know, it takes a few fights to build him up, but he's got a lot of perfect block. So you have infinite parries for sure. He's got regeneration. He's got high damage output. He's just good, and he's a cosmic champion who would do well against Maestro even. So, since cosmics are pretty good against Maestro. Yeah, my internet is fine, and a lot of issues on YouTube currently. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Like, damn, I guess I'll turn my quality down since I'm not really watching. Then I turned it to 144p and still lagging, so I knew it had to be on his end. Well, YouTube's end. Not mine, YouTube. But yeah. I always assume it's my internet. It normally is the cause. What even when Kabam says it's your problem, Star, check your connection. BG moved to Twitch. This is unbearable. I'm sorry. I can't. I won't. I can't just move just for tonight. I mean, I could, but by the time I set everything up, it would take me like 15 minutes. Hopefully the issue just goes away. I can try connecting to YouTube's backup server. Maybe that would help. Chicken Tender saying having no issues. Weird. Hang on. I'm gonna try restarting real quick. Going to try YouTube's backup server. Alright. Be right back. Okay. Am I back? Is it working? Is it still sucky? Let me refresh this page even. Not that that's gonna do much. For some reason it's better now. I don't know why. Much better now here too. Okay. So it seemed like that helped. Switch to YouTube servers. Well, it's really the only option I have. So if that didn't work, then we're screwed. But hopefully that helps. BG, please tell me Chapter 3 of Act 5 is easier. Chapter 3 is not that easy. I gotta tell you. It's not really harder than like the end of 5.2. It's on that same difficulty, but yeah. We back here though? I don't see too many people typing. I want to make sure things are good. Things are stable. Guess I'll keep grinding though. There's no reason to stop. Must get 3-star to test. Seems to be okay now. Okay. If a few other people can confirm it, I'd appreciate that, just because some people weren't necessarily having issues. Maybe the people who weren't having issues are now having issues, and the people who were. The people who, what's it called? No buffering for now? Okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just fixed for everybody. Hopefully it didn't just switch. BG, are you telling me to take the shards I'm saving for Blade and use them to go for Venom the Duck? I think I understand. Dude. Maybe. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not going... You can't target Venom the Duck if he's, you know, if he's just one of 100 and however many basic champions in the pool, but that's the champion that I really want, yeah. And bailiwick this stream. That's pretty good. Bailiwick this stupid stream. As a faster during monthly event quest legend run with Spidey to parry combo or parry heavy, I assume combo. I think combo. I think combo because I think if your heavy attack doesn't crit, then they don't die. I never really tested, but yeah, I assume combo as well. Is there any way that wouldn't be incredibly expensive? Any way that wouldn't be incredibly expensive that I could use my 4-star Aegon fully maxed to do Labyrinth of Legends? No. No, you do not want to enter Labyrinth with a 4-star champion. Not at all. That's going to be a nightmare for you. Even if you got him to a 999 combo, like the fight still wouldn't go that well. I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but you know, even still. You want 5 stars, and really, I wouldn't go into Labyrinth these days with anything less than a 565 for the main clearing champion, at least. You know, like Or wait, I'm seeing some lag on my playback now. Hopefully that's okay. Seems to be good now. Oh jeez. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't go into Labyrinth with anything less than a 565 main clearing champion, unless we're like certain utility fights you don't need that high level, but these days it's just it just makes sense to clear out Act 5 first, get your rank 5 there, and then go into Labyrinth. Then you typed up the message about restarting 4 minutes from the time the stream caught up to it, and YouTube said I was watching live. Huh. BJ, on my challenge account, I have 12 units and 178 crystals. What do you think? Nice, dude. Sounds like you're doing great. I mean, just going back to the Labyrinth thing, like, I am going to, when I'm testing champions in there, can't always test a 565 either. So, like, if I get Venom the Duck, I will be taking him in there as a rank 4. I wouldn't rank 5 him just for that, because I don't know where else I could use him. I think he'd be good in Alliance Quest as well, but I don't know if I necessarily need another Alliance Quest champion right now. So, yeah, he'd have to be rank 4, but it gives an idea at least of what a rank 5 could do. BG, Aegon kicks your face, Aegon kicks your ass, Aegon kicks your balls into outer space. Hashtag number 5. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Los locos kick your face. Oh man. What's up, Best Go Getter? How's it going, dude? I could have read it better, but I didn't know what you were talking about until I read until I was halfway through it. ABG just got a deathmatch round 15 of Arena. Ugh. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. You were almost there. You were almost in the clear. Same thing happened to me. You said you were live, but it wasn't. Seems better now. Okay. At least it's fixed, Every once in a while, I have to flip-flop to the other server, primary or backup. They only give you those 2 options, but hey, at least they've got those 2 options. It helps. Best Getter sent it over $2 saying, so dumb I couldn't super my last comment from last. Ah, man, you didn't have to. I already read it. But dude, thank you very much for the $2. I appreciate it. I don't know if, oh man, I don't know if now you're caught up in the lag. That might be the case because I already read it. I'll read it a little bit more in the style though, just because I messed up reading it the first time. Aegon kicks your face. Aegon kicks your ass. Aegon kicks your balls into outer space. That's actually as best as I could do. It still wasn't that good. But thank you, dude. Brian, so accidentally changed my name to Chicken Tender, though thought it would be taken. I'm saving for Labyrinth, so I'm not going back. There is no names that are taken on YouTube. I feel like you know this already. I feel like you've already banned plenty of people that have the exact same name. Many trolls. So I feel like you wanted to be Chicken Tender all along. What's up, German Herman? Play that Baby Shark song on my radio station yesterday? What's up with that? Wait. Baby Shark song? Is that what I was reading? Because that's from an old movie. What I was reading. Who's watching Short Circuit? Somebody knows. This is my second path with 565 Blade and Spidey, and I can say with certainty that you never want to go in there with 4-star unless you have bottomless supply of resources. Yeah, there's just no reason these days, back when Labyrinth was new, people didn't really have the choice, but there's other content available now that will give you a 5-star rank 5 champion, and it's just worth it to do that content first. You'll save a lot of resources. What's the best strategy for Domino for Labyrinth Rolk? I actually don't know. I don't have a ton of experience with Domino. I would imagine it's going in there with full suicides. Actually, I don't know. I was going to say full suicides and then building up a little bit of a combo, popping a special 3 when you're lucky and the enemy's unlucky, getting one of those critical bleeds. But I actually have no idea if that's correct or not. We do have some Domino players in here, though, so maybe somebody can let you know. Might be better to not have suicides and pop special 2s. I don't know. Please don't come in here advertising selling your account. You will get yourself banned. Best Go Getter sending over another $5 saying Super Sora went 2 rounds with Sensei yesterday. Then did more conditioning for another hour, and yeah, paled it Holmes. Super chat went in late. All right, dude. Man, I would be puking after doing what you did. Actually, that's not even true. I would have been puking before doing what you did. I would have never lasted that long. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. I really blew it on this whole exercising in 2019 thing. No exercise again today. But dude, thank you so much for the now $7. And I'm glad to hear you're kicking ass. Alright. Let's keep it going. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about in-game? Actually worked, not paying the 270 units to go back to Rock Bay. Oh, I thought, okay, I see now. I see now. I thought you were talking about on YouTube. I didn't realize you changed it in-game. Okay. I missed that part of it. Got it. Selling oranges? Who wants? I'll take some oranges. Sure. Wait, how much are you selling them for? BG pulled Morningstar for the 2nd time in a row. Wasn't mad that got her to Sig 200. Cody, nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, 26 stones on one of your main champions. I think that's always a good deal. I'd much rather have 20 Sig levels versus the 10k shards. So yeah, good stuff. Burn the special 3s until you are lucky and the opponent is unlucky. If you have full deep wounds, spam special 1, refreshing your critical bleed. Okay. So no suicides then if you gotta be refreshing, alright. Special 2 until Domino's high combo, then use special 3, just try, refresh the crit bleeds to special 1, okay. Stream where we all talk about different champs and the synergies as well as the best synergies. Like a stream dedicated to that? I mean, we talk about that stuff from time to time in here. It's just kind of random. So yeah, I mean, I guess there could be a stream like that. I see what you're saying. If we could, like, you know, test out those champions as people were talking about them, it's not a bad idea. Still 11 more months left? Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be throwing in the towel this early, right? And I'm not, but just not the best start to it. Pretty good player, had a rating of 230k when I 100% Act 5 with rank 3 Unduped Blade. I now have him rank 5 near max Sig. How many units should I save for Labyrinth? And thoughts on suicides with him in there. I would have to test it. I never really tested myself, suicide versus not suicide, because I only have him as a 4-star. I would think not suicides is the way to go, because you mostly want to just spam your special 1. And also, the poison will hurt your healing. So all the damage that you're gaining will kind of be negated by having to play it slower at times and trying to get some healing and stuff like that instead of just spamming specials. Suicide is probably good for, like, just doing like a one fight thing, but for going through the entire place, I would think suicide is not so good. As far as how many units you should save, I really can't answer that question because some people can get through there with 0 units spent, and some people have to spend several thousand. What I recommend doing, 2 options. Either one, just save up like 3,000 units or so, and then go in there. That should cover most people who have a rank 5 champion. So you could do something like that, just go in there with more units than, you know, just have like a nice safety cushion. Or you can watch you can watch somebody else who went there with a 565. There's plenty of people who streamed Labyrinth with 565 Blade. Take a look at how many resources they used and compare your ability to theirs, and you can get a pretty decent idea of what it's going to cost you. So yeah, gotta do one of those 2 things pretty much. Yep, taking ass and kicking names, bro. Always been dug this new thing called sleeping. Apparently everyone is doing this. Sleeping? Some people are doing it. I'm not doing such a good job of it. There's another, unfortunately, last night was another night where I stayed up until like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or something like that, and then took a short nap, which doesn't help. It just it just puts me in a even worse cycle. But yeah, if I seem tired tonight, that's probably why. Hopefully it's not too bad though, because I actually feel pretty awake right now. But you know, sometimes when you don't get a lot of sleep, even if you're awake, your brain is just like a little bit slow. You know. The reading comprehension is not so high. Normally I read at like an 8th grade level. Right now it feels like it's maybe at about a 6th grade level. Not too bad, you know. My New Year's resolution was to drink more water, and I'm not doing too good in that regard. Dude, that's a good reminder actually. I need to drink more water myself. Speaking of ways to get energy, man, if you're hydrated, you're gonna have more energy. Wonder if they'll do that vision offer again this year. Probably. I would think so. It's always up to Kabam and whatever they feel like doing, but I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of a different offer. I wouldn't expect it to be exactly the same, but yeah, I would imagine that they're going to come out with another vision offer. BG, save for Blade or save for Venom the Duck? Well, I can only tell you what I'm doing. I'm saving for Darkhawk, and Venom the Duck is also going to be in the crystal at that point, so whatever you want to do is up to you. I don't know how bad you want Blade or if you want Venom the Duck too, but hey BG, what's up, Nick? Has 4 Loki ever been in a war where either you or the other alliance had 0 deaths? I don't think we have, no. Our lowest was 2 deaths. We had 2 deaths. We've had like individual battle groups get 0 deaths, both, you know, in 4 Loki and in the alliances that we're going up against, but we've never had it where either alliance just had 0 across the board for the entire war. There are other alliances that have done that. It's just that we weren't playing them at the time, and we've played those alliances, and they, you know, they died against us. We've had it. I think the lowest number of deaths any alliance had against us, I want to say, is 4 deaths. Might have been less. I don't really keep track of that stuff too well, but I do remember a few alliances being in like that 4 or 5 death range, and that's kind of like what some of these alliances average, which is pretty nuts. But yeah, we've never seen goose eggs for Loki or an alliance that we're currently in war against. Only 2 deaths is insane. It was a good war. It was a really good war. That was like by far our best. You know, we've had a few where we had like I don't know, between like 5 and 7 deaths or something like that, but 2 was, yeah, we were pretty proud of that one. It wasn't to get like it. How do I say this without sounding like a jerk? Like it wasn't against one of like the top 10 alliances in the game, so that helped a little bit, where we weren't going up against quite as many, you know, 565s and that kind of thing. So that does take away some of the risk, but it wasn't like it was a crappy alliance. Like they were still, I think they were like a Platinum 1 alliance. You know, they still had a bunch of good defenders. But we're on our A game that war. It was also during last season where I think we had 3 people that went deathless for the season, and up until like the final 2 wars, there was like 6 people in the alliance that didn't have a death or something like that, like 5, 6, something, somewhere in that ballpark. So there was a lot of us that I was not one of those people, by the way. I died early in the season, kind of, or mid-season, but yeah, it was just a it was a good season all around for 4 Loki. Proudest moment ever. We once beat 4 Loki during diversity plus PI era. We forgot to look at our defense too. Left some crummy champs on minis. Did you guys? There was a lot. There was a lot of alliances that beat us back then, actually. Are you deathless so far this season? I might be. I don't have all. I mean, I'm horrible when it comes to lying or trying to hide things. So screw it. Yeah, I'll just say yes, I'm deathless. I was trying not to say it because I feel like a lot of people like to watch my Alliance War videos to see if I died. So I might have just spoiled things for some people, in which case I'm sorry. But there was no hiding it. There was no hiding it. That said, there are some reasons to keep watching the Alliance War videos. Some pretty interesting fights in some of them coming up. I did record my like I already rendered, you know, did the voiceover and rendered it all out. The next video that's going to be uploaded. Sweet, caught up on all PGs season 7. Yeah. I do have the next. Yeah, the next video is ready to go. I just didn't quite have enough time to upload it before the stream started today. So. Alright, Brian. I've now finished shoveling moist chocolate. Wait, what? Moist chocolate and peanut butter flavored corn-based puffs into my mouth. I am full enough to sleep. Some word. Brian Dono. Okay. Alright, Demiok. Have a good one, dude. Best Go Getter send over another $5, dude. Thank you. Saying, Brian, speaking of death, put another shrimp on the Barbie mate for 6-star X-Pool Dead Force and 5-star Korg. Score yet another big fat 0 for 5-star Korg. Oh, dude. your X-Pool got another kill. Korg still doesn't have one. Damn, dude. X-Pool MVP. I need to start putting mine on defense, it sounds like. That's awesome. I mean, that pretty much sounds like me and my Red Skull versus my Medusa. Where I swear Red Skull gets like as many kills as Medusa does. But dude, thank you so much for the now $12. I appreciate it, man. I'm a big fan. Thanks, dude. My alliance wanted to change things up, so I got shuffled to Path 5. So far, so goods. And me not dead after a No 29 Medusa fight. Corvus with True Strike plus one other charge, because Mordo, Black Panther, Civil War early on path. Nice. Sounds like you're kicking ass. Is this your first war on path 5, or you're saying they put you on path 5 like earlier in the season or something? Six-star Jane Foster got 2 kills one time on defense. Rip that fool. Oh my god. The pain. Oh. The pain and suffering that that poor individual had to have suffered to the embarrassment to die twice to that champion. Weird X-Pool got a kill. Last war for us. MK drew first blood today. Damn. Moon Knight pulling out the kills too. Actually, Moon Knight, I mean, these days he's not so bad, but I swear Moon Knight used to be like one of my least favorite champions to fight. I still don't really like fighting him, but you know, I don't die to him anymore. But oh my god, that guy was such a pain in the ass. The right time of the month he would evade, and wasn't really expecting him to evade. And the specials weren't that easy to counter unless you could push him to a special too, and just what an annoying dude that guy was. Alright, first time doing path 5? Okay, cool. Well, sounds like you're killing it. What's up, Bart Chaos? How you doing, dude? Speaking of war, I don't know how this war is going for us. When I did my fights earlier, it looked like we were losing. It's still early on in the war, but I don't know what happened, but like, we used to die a lot early on into the wars, and it felt like we had to come, you know, from behind to win any war we were in, because we would start the war, and within the first few fights we would have a few deaths, which, you know, if we're only dying, if we have to keep like single-digit deaths, that's not so good starting out a war with like, I don't know, 5 deaths in the first like 30 fights or something like that, right? We finally seem to have stopped doing that, but a couple of these wars it still happens to us, and this seems like it might be one of those wars, so I'm hoping for the best, but at the same time it's not that big a deal either way. My alliance has lost 4 wars because of diversity. Yeah, diversity can be pretty important. I have played this game. It's so fun, so I watch your videos. Awesome, dude. We had an odd death early on. Today seems like a glitch. I know B Manny mentioned something about, like... it sounded like it was a disconnection, but I don't know what was going on. Was there something else besides that? I didn't really get a chance to read like the main chat. I only read the battle group chat today, pretty much. So I didn't see what was posted. All right. Oh, this 3-star grind, it's getting there. At least closing in on a million. I'll probably go to like 1.4 just to make sure I can get this champ, so we can test this 3-star Diablo that everyone says is so crappy. Saw the vid. Imagine watching someone in a fight that countdown timer, but it's you. I mean, I've been in weird spots like that where I gotta like back out, but like it never goes to the fight. Like I've never taken a death from it or anything like that, or a disconnect. These servers lately, man. These servers. With my unduped rank 4 5-star Darkhawk, should I use him on defense or attack with Ghost Rider and Beardo? You could do either one. I think he's good on attack and defense. If you need another attacking champion, I recommend bring him to attack. I think attack is much more important than your defensive lineup. But it all depends on if you're actually going to use him or not, you know? If you're already getting through your path with those other 2 champions, then and you don't need any additional help, then you could throw him on defense. But yeah, it all just depends on how things are going for you. Hello, BG. I know you don't like Morningstar, but in your opinion, what is she best at? She is great when it comes to dungeons. She's great when it comes to special event quests, like certain celebrity challenges. Basically, anywhere that you can build her up a little bit. The variant difficulty, she's good. She's very powerful. It's just, and in a lot of areas of the game, Alliance Quest as well. Even certain passive Alliance War, it just gets trickier in Alliance War. But she's very powerful. The only thing I don't like about her is just that hobble back, little hobble short dash back distance that she has. But otherwise, she's great. Are there any leaks / rumors about who the next champs will be? Not that I'm aware of, but I also don't usually keep up with that stuff too much. Normally, when leaks come out, somebody tells me in here, and that's how I know about it first. So, haven't heard anything yet. We had one death like that last war. He backed out, came back, and the champion appeared like he had fought him and done no damage. Ugh, man. That sucks. The only reason I still play this game is because of the people I play with. I have 2 565, and the rest of my alliance only has 1 total 565. Wow. Yeah, honestly, I think that's what makes this game fun, is the people that you play with. Like, it's a good game, you know, don't get me wrong. I think the game on its own is very good. And if you're not currently playing with people that, that you're, too friendly with or whatever, you know, you could still have a good time. But really, like, finding people that are fun to play with just makes this game 10 times better. I probably would have stopped playing a long time ago if it wasn't for, like, the community aspect of the game. Even with YouTube and everything, I would have just been like, well, no, screw it, I don't want to do this. But yeah, the community part of it makes it so fun. Going for Electro's 2.6 safe? Yes, very safe. Gonna stop and might as well raise the points. Now, 2.6 is very safe. I would feel very comfortable just moving to a different arena if you felt like playing more arena. Recently got free 5-star Green Goblin. Is any good in something? He's decent on defense. He has some offensive utility too, but not a ton. I consider him to be mostly a defender. Any tips to defeat Diablo? I can't seem to pull it off. I don't know if I have any tips for you. Diablo is a champion that I didn't really understand all that well. I didn't really take the time to figure out how he worked. Some fights I went in there and seemed to have no problems, and other fights it seemed to get messed up by the unstoppable stuff. The only thing I could really say is I know there's some Diablo guides out there. I haven't seen them myself, but I saw that they got posted, so I would yeah, I would just hit up YouTube for one of those. Just type in how to beat Diablo in X difficulty, whatever difficulty you're looking to beat him in, or just look at uncollected, even if you're, you know, doing a lower difficulty or something like that, because at least that'll still help you out. He was in line saying he was not able to fight and got a timeout. Ah, man. Blade, Beardo, and Ghost Rider is my attack, but having a double immune tech champ would be great. So no, what node Darkhawk would be tricky on? He's good. I mean, someone in here, Yuki, I think it was, in here before saying that they saw him on the debuff immune mini boss. I think that's what it was, right? And I think he's pretty good on a node like that. I don't know. He's not the trickiest of champions to take down. He can just be kind of a pain sometimes. Maybe on a kinetic reactor node, since his L1 is pretty difficult to evade. and you'll find yourself getting backed up against the wall. Something like that. Could be good. We've seen him get some kills, and we've also died to Darkhawk at times as well. So I know he's at least a decent defender, but yeah, he's not quite on the levels of like Korg and Thing and stuff like that. BG Morningstar is best at everything. Just got to be good with her. Yeah, I hear that, but even the best Morningstar players around, I sometimes see them trying to overextend and use her in situations where other champions would be better. Can't always build up those charges safely and stuff like that, but yeah, she is good. She's good. I've never said that she wasn't good. I think I made a content creator video for her. I think my title was like strong but not my type or something, which just sums it all up. Is that she is very strong, but just don't enjoy playing her much. That said, I do want her as a 5-star still. Is there any good or any trick to get Nebula heals on time? She seems very good for AQ, double immune and all, but not the best at playing her. Also, does she need her dupe? She does not need her dupe, no. Her heals, it just triggers if you take a large chunk of damage. If you get hit by like the enemy's special attack or something like that, or if they just land a big critical hit against you. I can't remember the exact numbers. It's, you know, just like a certain amount of damage that you take. If you read her abilities, it'll tell you in there, but yeah, it's not something that you can necessarily control. So what makes her a little bit less sustainable compared to most champions is there's no way to recover the kind of like the chip damage. Like if you're blocking, and she has a relatively low block proficiency, so if you're blocking with her and, you know, taking some damage throughout the fight, you're not really getting that back. You're only getting, you know, you're only getting health back when you mess up and you couldn't bait out a special or couldn't evade a special and you get hit with it, and then you're gonna heal that back. And technically, if you have the recovery mastery, you do gain a little bit more health than what you took as damage, but still, it's not something that you really have in your control. It really is just that safety of, I messed up, hopefully this saves me, you know? And sometimes it does. Sometimes it actually works out really well. Thoughts on 5-star Nebula? Well, just talking about her a little bit. I like Nebula. I think she's really powerful, especially with the Proxima synergy. Especially with the Proxima synergy. It's just... I think she actually is a little bit hard to play. And it really is a lot to do with that low block proficiency. Because if you can get her shocks built up, I mean, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. And she has the utility of the immunities. Like I said, that healing does sometimes save your ass, but she's a little bit difficult to play, in my opinion. Not necessarily complicated in terms of her abilities and knowing what she does, but just, you gotta be on point. Your parry game has to be on point and everything. BG, where is that M&G war vid? Just watched Mirage Noir video of the war. It's coming. I have a video. It's against Bray. It was their second time fighting Bray. That is going to get uploaded after the stream. I have like half of the war against NY718. I think that's next. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think that one's next. I could only record half of it because I was traveling and my wife was sleeping when I did my other fights, and I didn't want to go into the room to get my laptop to record it. So I have half of that war, and then M&G is next. So in a couple days here it'll be uploaded. Sorry for the delay. 3 ways to face Diablo. Just drain his potions slowly, learn how the potions proc, watch for brewing in L1, or use Sabretooth, fully counters him, no unstoppable. Ooh, okay. I didn't realize Sabretooth could do that. Nice. What did you not get bored of this game? I usually play for like 3 months, then take a 9-month break. Started when the game came out. If I played all the time like I do now, I'd be over a mil rating easily. Well, I was kind of just saying it. I think it is the community aspect to this game that keeps it going for me. I like the slow nature of the game too, which is a little bit unique because I know a lot of people just want those rewards, man. They just want to just kabam, give me all the goods, right? But I actually really enjoy the slow nature of it and having to make like long-term decisions that actually matter. There's not many games out there like this that that require that type of planning. It's you know, there are certainly like slow-moving games because that's how a lot of these companies make money. Is like, okay, it's gonna take 24 hours to do this one very simple thing, or just pay us $1 or something, and we'll speed that up for you. So yeah, there's a lot of games like that, but I've personally never seen anything on this level of like your rank up decisions mattering so much, and you have this kind of freedom of choice of what you want to do in the game, and everyone's decision changes based on that. And you know, even though it's 5-hit combos for these champions for the most part, there are a few special champions, and even the ones that are not special, their animations and abilities are just slightly different enough to keep it interesting. I don't know. It's just a really good game overall. I'm sure I'll get bored of it at some point and stop playing at some point, but yeah, for now, I just enjoy it. If you find yourself not having much fun with it, try to find a good group of people to play with. If that still isn't doing it, then hey, take a break. You know, you don't. It's not like you have to keep playing this game. Only play it if it's fun. Don't do it if it's torture for you. You know. If you had every champ, who would be on your attack team? For Alliance War, it would be the exact same attack team that I'm running right now, probably. Except it would be a 5-star blade instead of a 4-star blade for synergy. That, or I would run a Suicide Mastery setup, so that way I could get some more rewards out of the arena, which would probably look something like Emma Frost, Sentinel, and I don't know who the third one would be. But it'd probably be those 3 champions, or well, those 2 plus another good like suicide-friendly champion. I don't know. Like I have most of the champions that I feel are like best. There's just a lot of fun champions that I don't have, and champions that would be like tied for best. You know, like you could easily swap out certain champions. Could swap out Hyperion for another champion type of thing. You know, my AQ champion. My Alliance War defense team is what needs the most work, but rank it up defenders. Boring. I gotta do it sometimes, but oh man, rank it up attacker is just so much more fun. Nebula is one of those champions you just want to pull as a 6-star. Yes. Yes, I'm so happy that I got a 6-star. Bordering on probably not using Tier 2 Alpha. Other champs like Yondu and Doc Ock are a bit similar. Exactly. That is exactly right, Habakram. There's so many champions like that are like good, and you know they're good, and you know there's certain situations where they kick ass, but there's not enough of those situations, and they're just not quite good enough in like the all-around areas of the game where you don't really want to use Tier 2 Alpha on the champion. But if you pull them as a 6-star, it's like, oh, dude, this is perfect, you know? So yeah, I feel that way about a lot of champions. Third would be Rocket. Oh, dude, my old fave. Omega? Possibly Omega. I don't know. I feel like there's somebody that I'm not thinking about just because Suicide Mastery it's not something that I think about as much these days. Honestly, like for my path, I might still bring in Void, even though he's not suicide friendly, like at all. I could still use him for certain fights. So it might be I mean, the third champion would probably rotate out. It would probably just be Emma and Sentinel as like the two mainstays. Something like that. How to purify Void's debuffs. You can purify his debuffs by landing 10 hits. It's like every 10 hits in your combo meter. Which is part of the reason why Void can be pretty tough at times. If you, let's say you have like 8 hits in your combo meter, and then you slip up and you get hit, you can't just purify a debuff on your next 2 attacks. No, you have to get to a 10-hit combo. 10 hit, 20 hit, 30 hit, 40 hit, you know, and so on. So you kind of, if you want to play around his abilities, you have to wait for the debuff until it's like about to land on you, you know, while it has that like little timer on it. Telling you that it's, you know, you're about to have that debuff on you. You have to wait for that to happen and then land like your 10th hit basically. That said, in certain areas of the game, his debuffs aren't going to do that much damage, and it might just be better to ignore that ability altogether and just focus on playing the game. Just focus on like the core gameplay elements. Did I just say elements or something like that? The core gameplay elements of just making sure you're getting good parries, making sure you're controlling his power meter, not slipping up, not taking any specials, because that's actually the biggest way to fall behind when fighting Void. Is if you get hit by his special 1, because not only are you going to get a debuff on yourself from that special 1, but then that also interrupts your combo, and now that debuff is going to be lasting even longer before you can get it off. So yeah, in certain situations, even in some high-level situations like in Alliance War, it might just be better to forget about the 10-hit thing. It also helps a lot if you have a champion that uses multi-hit specials. Like Blade is the ultimate Void counter. His special 2 does so many hits, you're gonna shrug off whatever debuffs applied to you. And if you have Ghost Rider on the team, then chances are the debuffs aren't even going to stick anyway, because you're lowering his ability accuracy. Feel bad because my friend and I were in Alliance, just the 2 of us, and he wanted me to lead so we can build. So I left to get experience, but now it's been 10 months and I don't want to go back. Oh man. Yeah. I feel like you guys should have just went together if you're gonna do that or something. Because, oh. Yeah, going to get experience like that. I don't know if that's gonna help much. Omega slash Corvus War attack team with Ghost Rider, Darkhawk hype, AQ team, Suicides on all the time now. Loving it. Man, that's really the biggest downside about the way I've kind of built up my account lately. And by lately I mean like the last, what, I don't know, 8 months or something like that. However long it's been, ever since I pulled Void. Has it been that long even? I think it has been. Maybe slightly less. But yeah, it's just I miss Suicides so much, man. It's crazy. Everyone used to say Suicides were bad, and there's so many more people running Suicides now, and a lot of it has to do with a ton of suicide-friendly champions getting added to the game. Oh, I forgot about Ghost too. Maybe Ghost would just be part of the ultimate suicide team. But anyway, part of it is just because there's a lot more suicide-friendly champions these days. But I feel like, you know, because people were so against Suicide Masters in the past, people didn't really get it. Just how much time it could actually save you in something like Arena. You know, I mean, masteries are also expensive, right? And not everybody had them to use. People were kind of just thinking about them, thinking they wouldn't enjoy them. And some people legitimately tried them out and didn't enjoy them too. But, you know, Alliance War, it's only 45 minutes of the entire week of playing this game, and having masteries built specifically for Alliance War. It helps in Alliance War. I'm doing pretty well, but when you think about like the amount of time that you spend in other areas of the game, like Arena, if I'm in Arena, I don't know, like 15 hours a week or something like that, like it makes no sense to be building masteries for an area of the game that I'm playing, you know, 1/15 of the time or whatever. It makes way more sense to focus on improving the areas of the game they're just putting so much more time into. But that was one of the ways I was able to progress, so I'm kind of thankful for it. I'm kind of thankful that there weren't so many suicide-friendly champions back then, otherwise people would have been running suicides more, and I wouldn't have been able to catch up to people and progress the way I did, so it all works out. 10 days away from my first 6-star. I don't know how to feel it. Dude, Nick, man. I hope you get somebody good. I hope you get somebody good. You know what? Let me go check on... After this match, I'm going to go check on the 6-star crystal, see exactly what the time is on it. It might be worth waiting until this next batch of champions gets added. I think we're still like a month out. So maybe not. Maybe it would be better to pop it. I don't know. But yeah, if you have some patience, it might just be better to wait for the next batch to get added into the basics. There are some champions in there that would be really good to get and don't necessarily need to be awakened. Oh, is it February 26th? You ready to check it? New batch has some duds that are being added too. Yeah, there's always some duds. But, oh man. Part about suicides is having to respec every war for defense unless you somehow worked out running full immunity defenders or something and all or nothing nodes. Yeah, that is part of it too. There's a lot you have to think about when running suicide masteries and trying to evaluate, like, is the cost worth it? Can you figure out a build that you're not having to reset? Like, it doesn't cost that many units to reset and stuff like that. So yeah, there's plenty of downside to it. Best advice for opening a 6-star crystal is to look at who is there and pick out 2/3 of the champions as ones you want. No point opening a crystal with 95% chance it angers you. That's true. That goes for any crystal you're opening up pretty much. Like, really stretch what you think is okay to prepare. You can't pull an awakened champ in a single crystal. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And I think when it comes to the 6-star crystal, there are a lot of like high quality champions, I would say, versus something like the 5-star crystal. Because I don't know. Let me see if we got a good example here. Well, okay. I guess we already said a few, like Yondu, for example. Yondu is a decent champion. I don't think anyone should be too upset if they pull him as a 5-star, but he's also not going to be that helpful for most people, because most people already have champions that are a little bit better than Yondu, and okay, you know, although he's fine, you're not really going to be giving him your highest rank of materials, right? But suddenly you pull him as a 6-star, and he doesn't need to be awakened, and he's a good defender. You could throw him on defense. You can immediately boost your defensive power. There are certain areas of the game that you could use him. He's got some good utility in, you know, with his heal block and everything like that. So, you know, champions like that you wouldn't really put on, like, your want list for a 5-star immediately make the want list as a 6-star, in my opinion. Plus the amount of points you get in the arena if you play any arena at all. The 6-stars give so many points. Okay, but yeah, it is still 30 days. I'm excited for it though, man. I don't even want to click on it to see all the champions in there in case I accidentally purchase a 6-star featured crystal. But that Venom the Duck, he's sitting there. Venom the Duck, Emma, Symbiote Supreme. It'd be nice to get Aegon, although I feel like I need him awakened, so I don't care as much about him. Out of that batch, right? Screw it, I'm gonna click on it. I mean, Sentinel is God, I want Sentinel so much. If I can get, I would pull the trigger on a rank 2 6-star Sentinel so fast. So many champs that I want. I would even take a Rhino. And I know people are like, Rhino, what? Dude, Rhino, let me tell you guys, Rhino is one of the most fun champions to play in this entire game. He's not good. That's the problem. If Kabam just gives him, just makes him a little bit stronger, some unique synergy. I don't even know if a unique synergy would be enough. It would have to be something that increases his attack. Maybe every time you dash in, every time you charge, you gain like 1% attack or something like that. Oh my god, dude, I would be in love with Rhino. He's so much fun. You're going up against like a Doctor Strange or something. You just charge right through his attack. Doesn't matter. He's awesome. But all right, anyway, let's go check on an AQ, I suppose. See how things are going. Big boy Rhino, yeah. And that's the thing is, as like a 5-star, I mean, how do you justify taking him to rank 4 as a 5-star? You can't really. I mean, you could stretch it a little bit, but I don't think I could justify it for myself. So I wouldn't do it. But as a 6-star, oh dude, I would love it. If I do my 6-star Sentinel, I'd rank 2 him as well. Yeah, dude. Let me actually pay attention to this fight for a moment here. Stinking Iceman. Oh my god, I thought I evaded too early on that. Mini heart attack. Alright. Still good. That's good. I already have M and Omega as 5, so I don't think it'd be too good idea for me to wait. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's already a lot of good champions in there. You don't necessarily have to wait. Getting someone in the next 10 days too, like, it could be somebody really good that helps you out. That you wouldn't necessarily want to wait. You know, you just want them right now. Get that additional help immediately. Cutting it a little cold there, aren't we? Boo. Confirm BG is star craving mad. I don't care. I want me a Rhino. I just want. Okay, so part of the other reason why I'm waiting, I should clarify here too. Part of it is not because I want one of those champions, although yes, I do want one of those champions. Part of it is I just want new champions. So I want the pool to be as large as it can possibly be, because I don't want to awaken any of my current 6-stars. I've got some good ones in here. I'm pretty happy with my 6-star roster so far. It's just I want more 6-stars for the arena. Even though I didn't use any 6-stars this arena, it doesn't matter. I want more for when I do play the 5-star arena. Yeah, I just want more. So I'm hoping for 3 new champions. More than anything. That's a lie. I'm hoping for like double Sentinel more than anything, but I gotta be realistic. That's not really happening. 3 new champions is an actual possibility. Double Sentinel is like, I don't want to think about the chance of that happening. Anyway, a couple more rounds in here, and I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I just want someone who will help me clear Act 5. Yeah, you could certainly get a champion that'll help clear Act 5. It's gonna be -3. Oh, it's scrolled up. It's gonna be -3 here in Tennessee on Tuesday night. Damn, that's pretty cold. I would love a 6-star Wasp / Hood for Ghost Synergy or to dupe my Void, but there's so many good 6s I could find use for. Excited to open my next one in a week or so. Nice. Good luck. Hope we get someone good. That's the other reason, too, as why I don't want to go for Blade. There's not that many ways to get 6-star shards right now. I just want more 6-star shards. You know, just, I don't know. Opening up 6-star crystals is really fun. I don't get to do them that often. I've been saving for a long time on this last round of hoarding. But yeah, hopefully the next round is a little bit faster after I get to open up all these 5-stars and everything. I don't think I'm gonna wait as long for this next time. You know, my opening is probably gonna look something like this. In a month, I get, you know, I'll be opening up all those. I'll open up 3 6-star crystals, right? Then we'll be about a month and a half out from Darkhawk getting added to the basic 5-star pool. I'll open up all my 5-stars, and then hopefully I'll be able to open up another 6-star too. Because if I'm going to be opening up like 30 crystals, a lot of them are going to be dupes, and that's going to give me a lot of shards. So it will be like another season of Alliance Wars done by that point. Should be good. Should be good. Would you happen to know how many 5-star shards the Tier 3 Unified Element Crystal gives? I think it was 1,000. Was it 1,000? Star. I got a drop with 1k 5-star shards to know if higher amount. Okay. How many 5-star shards do you have now? Oh, it's just over there and I didn't even look. I want to say 85 to 90k. Something like that. Poo saying 95k. We'll check it out. We'll check it out in a few minutes. Let me get a last few rounds in here real quick. So I want to get like 2 or 3 more rounds in. Is allowed to someone else to do content for them if it's not an alliance-related quest? No. No, you're not allowed to do any content for any other player in this game. I don't, you know... Well, no, I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Don't do it. It's not fun anyway. Let the person do the content for themselves. Because what's gonna happen is if let's say you did a piece of content for somebody to help them out. The next time some content comes out, they're not going to be prepared for that either, since they didn't learn, didn't develop their skills from the previous piece of content. So, you know, like technically, yeah, it'll still be helping them out. Their account will still be progressing a little bit, but it's just, you know, some little rewards. It's not a big deal if you miss out on the rewards. You can always get them later from the next event. I mean, once the 6-star pool gets flooded, it's going to be hard to pull a specific champ you want from the basic. So if you want to get your hands on a Void, Ghost, etc., it's best to open early for future rank ups. That's true, yes, but like I said, I personally just want as many 6-star champions as possible. The goal, I don't know if you guys remember, like I made a video on it a while back. The goal is to get 30 6-star champions. If you have 30 6-star champions, then if you run your 6-stars twice each day of the 3-day arena, you'll get all of the milestones of that arena, which is really not that many rounds of arena, you know. 10 rounds in the morning, 10 rounds at night. Do that 3 days in a row. Sure, there's going to be times where you miss. Not going to be able to do that every single day, but compared to having to run 5-star champions for way fewer points and everything, like, dude, just give me these 6-stars. I'm probably gonna mess up your name. I'm sorry ahead of time. Giotishka Mandal. Am I even close? Send it over 20 rupees. Where is your last message at? Last message is saying, just impressive, BG. You talking about my shiny head? I'm gonna assume you're talking about the shiny head, because yeah, it is. I did put on an extra coating tonight, and it is quite impressive. I agree. Thank you. Thank you very much. Was there? Hold on, let me just double check, make sure there's nothing else that I was missing from you. If you had a question. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 20 rupees. Only 29 more to go. Yeah. Might save my 5-star shards until the next 5-star featured comes. Fantastic Four is gonna be there. How many of them is the question, though, because I think Kabam said it's gonna be like a 1.5 year long event or something like that. Like they're gonna slow play it, right? Something like that. I don't know if that was just me misinterpreting it or what, but yeah. Oh, here's the other thing about. Well, alright, let me read this comment first. It's awesome for Arena for sure, but having a super powerful 6-star already to be ranked up when the materials come will be awesome. But I suppose acquiring as many champs, odds are a few will be rank worthy. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's great to have a really powerful like awakened 6-star champion right now for those people that were lucky enough to get that. But I will also say this. I still think 5-star champions are going to be around for a while still. I don't think we're going to get the materials to rank 3 a 6-star champion until like the end of Act 6. At the very earliest, maybe they'll do like a halfway point, kind of like the uncollected thing where maybe they would give us some type of materials for it or something. I don't know. But I still think 5-star champions are where it's at. And if I can get more 6-star champions to run through the arena and then target a 5-star champion that I think is really good, like that's how I'm looking at kind of increasing the power level of my roster, is just using these champions to target another 5-star. It's been a while since I've done a featured grind, but I still plan on doing more featured grinds. I just waiting for the right opportunity, basically. Waiting till I have a good amount of units saved up. Probably I'm going to wait until after I open up all of these crystals and everything, too. The 6 stars, at least. But yeah, I mean, I guess that still is just more talking about arena, and not everybody has the ability to, not everybody has the time to be able to do something like that. So, I definitely not saying it's like whatever, you know, what everybody should be doing. But, the Beacon has something about Fantastic Four profile pics and date to use bacon. Date to use. I'm just gonna say bacon. Date to use bacon is in December of this year. Should be out by December. Okay, got it. So BG, for you, if they gave us enough tier 5 class catalysts from Act 6.2 to rank 3 a 6-star, would you do it? It would be far-fetched that they would release those materials that early. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get them that early, but only if I have a champion that's worthy of it. You know, I'm sure, like, prestige-wise and everything, it'd be nice to have a rank 3 6-star, but I would still only do it if it's champion worthy of being ranked that high. And right now, yeah, I don't have a champion like that, so I'd have to wait on it. Jimmy Valentine sending over 40 rupees. Where are we at? My name will be easier this way? Ha! You think so, but I still messed it up. You'd think so. I mean, it is easier. You're right. You didn't have to do that though, man. You could have left. I'm assuming that was your real name previously. Could have left that. I'm just not good with with names. Period. I mess up a lot of people's names. But dude, thank you very much for another 40 rupees. I appreciate it. What's up, Eisenberg? APOC. Gabe explicitly said 1.5 years. I made a mistake posting a prediction, like you said, thinking quarterly. Possibly it's still quarterly, and the last half year is Silver Surfer / Galactus. Yeah, I mean, so Gabe did say a year and a half. What Star said makes sense though, where the beacon is in December. So if I had to guess based off of those two pieces of info, it does sound like the Fantastic Four will be out. Like the last one will be in December, and then the other characters, like you're saying, Silver Surfer, Galactus. I don't know much about Fantastic Four, so whatever other characters would still be missing at that point. You know, maybe there'd be like a special event now that we have all of the Fantastic Four. The next piece of the story would be, you know, there was a reason why we had to find them and stuff like that, and now time to put them to use, something like that. That sounds pretty reasonable. Good to see what rankings after this arena event, since they did the bot bandwave. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I really do think Diablo is going to go pretty low here. But am I late? What? You're still awake right now? I'm about to end the stream. ABG, I'm not saying I did terrible things after last night's stream, but this morning I woke up on my couch and the devil's sitting next to me and he wouldn't make eye contact. Wow, dude. Oh, man. Last Arnie, what'd you do? What'd you do, man? How much truly drunk eating leftover Chinese? Nice, Eisenberg. Yeah, don't doubt his ability to mispronounce things ever. It's true. Never doubt my abilities. Video editing software keeps crashing. I think this is a sign to stop for the night. Oh, dude. Let me tell you. That's one of the most frustrating things ever, is having video editing software crash while you're working. It like I've learned to save like every 3 seconds. Basically after any little thing that gets changed, Control S immediately. But even still, it's just editing videos is a big pain in the ass. Like can be satisfying work when you get something together that's, you know, really well put together and everything, but it's a pain in the ass. All right. We're basically wrapping things up. You know, let me throw 3 champions in here real quick, just to put them on cooldown. Not that I think I'm going to get this deep into my roster next time, but I am going to be calling it here. It is going to be about that time. I said I was going to go check and see how many 5-star shards I have still. Simon S. sent it over $2 saying, hey BG, next goal is to finish Act 5. First completion. Have first 3 parts of 5.4 down. Any advice for last 3 parts, especially Final Ultron? Good champs, how many revives / units you recommend, etc. Thanks as always. It's alright. I will say this, if you made it through the first 3 parts, it doesn't really, like, the level of difficulty doesn't really go up much, if at all. That Ultron fight is pretty difficult, but you know, you can get through it. You can definitely get through it. I do have some advice for the Ultron fight. Not necessarily for, like, getting there, though, because I don't remember how all those quests look. Actually, the one thing I will say is, if you're not using the spreadsheet that I put together that shows every single node, or the important ones at least, for all of the different paths, that could be useful for you. You can find that, it's somewhere on Reddit. You could search my channel for 5.4 spreadsheet. The video will pop up telling you how to use it and all that. So that might help a little bit. As far as... Oh, I do have 95k. And as far as how many revives and units to recommend, I don't know if I could really... If I really have an answer, just because it varies so much for everybody. But when it comes to Ultron, here's what I can actually offer some advice. you want to go in with one of two different mindsets. Either a champion that will totally counter Ultron, like Medusa or Nebula, both of them countering robots really well, or just go with a mindset of you're not going to apply a single debuff to Ultron. You're just going to, bait out heavy attacks and just use hard-hitting champions. Champions that have high block proficiency could be of help to you. Just make sure you're not running a champion that will accidentally apply a debuff. And I mean, you can play around his abilities too. This is just more of, to make things a little bit easier on yourself. But champions like Stark Spidey, you just have to be careful about his taunt, because if his taunt applies at the wrong time in the fight, you could die depending on which buff he's going to get. There are a bunch of videos explaining things further, but basically the way his buffs work is that if you land a debuff on Ultron, it activates like a dormant buff that he has, and yeah, it could be a nightmare. So check out video guides on it, but yeah, just have that mindset of either going in there with a champion that shuts down robots. Medusa and Nebula, I think, are the best two. Or just high DPS champions that won't really apply debuffs. Blade is pretty good, since Ultron can't bleed, and you can get Danger Sense against him, so that's a good option too. And yeah, I would say good luck, man. If you made it this far, I think you could definitely make it the entire way and take down that Ultron. Jimmy sent it over another 20 rupees as well. Thank you, by the way, Simon. There's a spreadsheet. Yeah, there is a spreadsheet. It's pretty easy to find on Reddit, actually. There's maps. I don't know if you're using those as well, but yeah, I'd actually recommend going to Reddit. And on the sidebar, there's like a 5.4, like an Act 5 section, and 5.4 subsection of that section, something like that. Alright, but Jimmy sent over 20 rupees as well. Where are you at, Jimmy? I feel compelled to call you by your other name now, too, but hold on. Here we go. Hey, BG, any suggestion for spiked armor in, I'm guessing, Road to the Labyrinth you're talking about. Spiked armor in Road to the Labyrinth. You could use someone like Crossbones. Oh wait, that's your thread, BG? Oh, does someone link it? It doesn't let people post links if you tried to post a link or something. But all right, I'll just go grab it myself in a second here. Okay, so spiked armor. Crossbones is great because spiked armor works on if you crit them, and Crossbones doesn't crit, so Crossbones is like #1 for that. Any champion that reduces ability accuracy, like Archangel, can be really good for something like that. Or just champions that generally can apply some actually, the one champion I was thinking of is not so good. Champions that heal can be good though. So someone like Blade, you can land your parries, get the bleed on them, build up your power a bit. What's it called? And like just heal, throughout the fight. You're gonna take damage too, but you can heal, and you can lower the ability accuracy from Danger Sense and stuff like that. So yeah, Blade can be quite good, but basically anyone that lowers ability accuracy is fantastic option for it. That's the champions you're really looking to use. Oh, did Stardust link it? Let's say PG mentioned then. Tried 2, got blocked. Yeah, mods can do it. So okay, yeah, Star linked it. All right, so for the 5.4 stuff, click on Star's link. Or wait a minute. I think, well, okay, so that one is the post that I made, but there's actually A little section. Hold on, let me grab it real quick. There's other info in there as well, aside from just what I've done, and I'm just gonna link that entire part of the wiki real quick. So yeah, click on that link. It shows some guides for all of Act 5. Including the stuff that I posted as well. Video where Gabe talks about it is worth watching. Really cool seeing how excited he is. I think he's going to do great things for us as the contest carries on. Yep. Which is, dude, I'm telling you, you gotta talk to Gabe in person. I don't know how difficult it is for you to go to Comic-Con, but it's really fun talking to him. It's really fun talking to him, especially somebody who knows more about like the Marvel universe. Because that's the thing, is like I get excited talking to Gabe, and he's talking about stuff that I don't even have a clue about, you know? Like usually like Marvel's cool and everything, but I don't, you know, I play the game because I like the game, not because of the Marvel characters. It helps a ton that these characters are designed really well, and because it's Marvel, you know, they've pulled in good artists to work on it, and a lot more people play the game because the characters are Marvel and not just some random characters that Kabam made, you know. So it's awesome for that. But in terms of like the stories and stuff like that, I have no idea what he's talking about. But even then, even without knowing what he's talking about, he makes it sound interesting. Gabe oozes passion. Yeah, exactly. And still, I'll be there this year. Okay, awesome, dude. And still, one of my favorite memories. Let me see if I could, real quick. I don't know how hard it would be to find this. One of my favorite memories is, oh god, it opened it up in Paint. There's got to be a better way I could open this up. Screw it, we're opening up in Paint. Alright, this is gonna look kind of messy, but I still don't have my OBS set up as well as I used to. So hopefully this comes out okay. You forgot to drag the crystal? I tried. It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is back in the 2016 the 2016 part. I still have these pictures from it. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Where we got to draw Deadpool side by side. It was awesome. This was mine. I drew this one, you know, because clearly I'm the better artist. Like I could, you know, could add something to it right now if I wanted to, but you know, I think it was pretty good. And then this is the one that Gabe drew. Clearly he's got some learning to do when it comes to the art stuff. But yeah, that was a good time. That was a really good time. All right, anyway, enough memories. I wish they did that again, man. Oh, that was such a cool party, dude. Like, it had to cost them so much money. It had to cost them such a ridiculous amount of money to rent out that like private space that they rented out. But it was so good. This game makes so much money. I just wish they would do it again. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Had to cost them like $10,000 or something. just for that one night, just for those few hours. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Best Go Getter, thank you very much for the $12, dude. If you're still in here, thank you to everyone else who sent over a little something as well. Is Gabe one of the ones at the first Kabam thing that Laura found what he did and dragged you over, or was that different person / peoples? So Laura wasn't with me the first year at Comic-Con. And I talked to Gabe. I talked to Gabe and Cuz for what. Cuz is hilarious too. I talked to both of those guys for a while there, and then they were both at the community party, and that's Laura and I were at the community party together. And yeah, I think she talked Gabe into coming over and drawing drawing Deadpool with me. So yeah. But okay, anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Yes? Yes. Okay. Good night.